This is a presentation of Welcome Malala, where we bring you fun and informative videos from within our community. In today's episode, Ken Fetters of the main shop Malala will present to you part 1 of the Straw Bale Garden. Straw bales provide an excellent growing medium for your plants, particularly if you have limited space or ground which is just not suitable to put your plants in directly. This is what it all looks like when it's all put together and fitted with watering systems.
Hey, welcome back everybody to the second installment of our gardening series. My name's Ken Fetters. I'm from the main shop in Malala, and last episode we planted our Amazon gardens. And this week what we're going to do is we're going to do a victory garden using straw and hay, and we're going to learn how to decompose the straw and hay and plant what we may have started in the Amazon gardens, plant those in our bales of straw or hay. You can get a bale of straw or hay at some of the feed stores around town. You could also go to maybe your neighbors might have some straw, some other people around that may have horses or other livestock may have some straw that you could borrow or use. So we're going to start with a bale of straw, and what you need to notice is we're trying to orient the bale of straw. Let me show you this. There's the binding twine here. That's going to be on your outside. And then we're orienting the straw where the cut side is up. And if you look at it, the ends of the straw, you can see that it's just been cut right there. If you flip the bale of straw over, you can see it's been bent. What happens is it bends like this, they cut it, and we're looking at the cut side to use so that we can get our fertilizer and our water to permeate through the entire bale of straw. This is going to be a 12-day process. We'll start off today with the beginning of it, and then at the end of the video there'll be a list of the daily tasks to do, the fertilizer to add and the water to add every day for the next 12 days. And then we'll come back after 12 days and we'll start planting in this bale. So I want to start off by explaining the type of fertilizer that we're going to get. We're going to get a basic lawn fertilizer. Don't get anything with an insecticide or a weed killer in it. Basic lawn fertilizer. Lawn fertilizer, almost all fertilizers have 3 numbers: nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. And the first number is the one that we're going to concern ourselves with, and that's nitrogen. And we want a minimum of 24% nitrogen in the fertilizer that we're going to use. And today we're using a 32% nitrogen in the fertilizer that we're using. And of course, as we talked about before, fertilizers can get ordered online. Fertilizers you can get these from the farm stores, you can get these from the hardware stores, Fred Meyer's, a lot of those places. High School Pharmacy has it, Ace has fertilizers. So we're going to start off with our fertilizers. And we're going to take the full bale of straw, we're going to orient it properly, and then we're going to sprinkle about half a cup of fertilizer across the whole bale of hay, or straw, sorry. We're going to make sure that it's kind of hits all the little spots on the bale. So that's about half a cup covered there. And then simply what we're going to do after that is we're going to take a water source, in this case a hose, and we're going to soak the fertilizer into the straw. Now this is important. You're going to soak this bale of straw until the water starts to come out the bottom of it. So this is going to be a completely full bale of straw, will be full of water. So as we watch, this takes a little bit of time. Okay, well here we are at the other side of the garden, and this is a hay bale. The process is going to be essentially the same. We're going to add fertilizer and we're going to water it in. Sometimes you may not have access to straw, or maybe your neighbor has hay, or somehow hay is a little easier to get a hold of. Hay also may be more organic, so that may be a choice. Also, hay will have more seeds and weed type of seeds in it than the straw. So the process of going through the decomposition is very important, because that heats up those seeds and kills those seeds off, and then you won't have just a pile of weeds here. So probably in 12 days we'll be back, and we'll break these open, and we'll start planting our starts from our Amazon gardens. And again, at the end of this video, there will be a list of the daily process of your additions of fertilizer and your additions of water that you're going to do every day for the next 12 days. So I'll see you in 12 days. Thanks.
Here's the scoop on conditioning the bales. On day 1, spread about a half a cup of greater than 24% nitrogen fertilizer evenly all over the surface of the bale, side to side and end to end. Water the bale using a hose-end sprayer to push the fertilizer deep into the bales. The dry bales will absorb a lot of the water. Continue until you see the water running out the bottom. On day 2, water the bale again and ensure it's completely saturated. If you use rainwater or water collected the previous day, it's a good habit to get into if you can. Warmer water will help speed up the microbial activity in the bale. On day 3, sprinkle another half a cup of fertilizer and water it in. On day 4, just another water-only day. Day 5, yep, here we go. We are going to sprinkle another 1/2 cup of fertilizer and wash it in real good with warm water. Day 6 is a water-only day, using warm water if you possibly can. By now it's likely that a sweet aroma will begin to emit from the bale. Temperatures should be slightly elevated within it as well. Day 7, apply another 1/4 cup of fertilizer and water into the bale. Day 8, apply another 1/4 cup of fertilizer and water into the bale. Day 9, do it all over again. 1/4 cup of fertilizer, water it in. By this time, we're going to switch to a different type of fertilizer. Use a balanced fertilizer that contains nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, such as Miracle-Gro plants. On day 10, sprinkle 1 cup of that balanced fertilizer and water it in. If large cracks, or water slides as they're called, have developed in the bale, fill with straw or sanitary planting mix. Mushrooms may begin to sprout on the outside of the bales, and this is a good sign. On day 11, start to get your bedding plants from a nursery or wherever you happen to have them. Hopefully, if you've been paying attention, you've got them in your Amazon boxes from our previous video. On day 12, it's time to dig in. Put your starter plants directly into the bale. Sterile planting mix should also be used to heel in around the transplants, ensuring that the roots are well covered and not exposed to the air, as that's bad for them. Water it all in. If you're using seeds, mound up the sterile planting mix to create a 1 or 2 inch flat layer from edge to edge and end to end on top of the bale. Read the back of the seed package to determine the depth of the plant, as well as recommended spacing. Slightly tap it all down and water it again, but not so much to disturb your seeds that you just planted. For maximum results, put in a few wooden dowels or similar and a drape-like weight plastic over the bale. On sunny warm days, you can remove the plastic. If the plastic reaches the height of the plastic and the days are still cool, raise the plastic. Completely remove it when the days are warmer and the plants are well established. This will help everything get growing in a nice, warm, happy environment. Good luck to all this, and we'll see you on part 2 in 2 weeks. Thank you for spending time with Welcome Malala. We hope you enjoyed this episode and that you will come back for more and share with your friends.